Today we are talking about what is development. What is development in real estate? All of us are affected by real estate development in a way of transforming our ideas into what? Reality. Real estate development is about conceiving an idea and bringing it out into reality. Even God conceived the idea of the world before what? Creating. Before creation. It is a way of recreating our past into the present. For the future, we want our children, the unborn generation, to come and see. When you develop anything today, it is not only for you. The next generation will surely come to what? Because what you have developed today was conceived from your past what? Experience. So they all connect. It's not only for the retail, in business, also for residential, commercial, for every aspect of human needs. Every building you see in the world was born out of the real estate process, born out of ideas. Let's say it's one of the most remarkable achievements of humankind. And in the process of thinking, you must think about the space, you must think about the host community, transportation, facilities, infrastructures, and everything. Let's go. Developers are big thinkers. Real estate developers are what? Big thinkers. Because we are coming up with ideas. What has not been formed? What was not in existence? And you are bringing it to existence. Thinking about you and me in creating, thinking about the community, everything. The new site takes a lot of time, minimum of 10 years, to develop a suitable estate. Habitable estate, concluding estate for everyone. It takes about what? 10 years. Because it comes with all the human needs to be in place. For example, you have all the infrastructure, the road, drainages, water supply, security fencing, everything. Now to go into the area of building houses. Even God, it took God 6,000 years to create the world. We don't only think about the size, but also what goes around in the community. What goes around you. Your community is important to you in development. When you are developing anything in real estate, your host community is what? Important. So for you to have a smooth ride, you must be welcome. You must complement and enhance the area around it. Your stakeholders. Now, what is real estate development? Real estate development is a process. It is a process. It's a continual reconfiguration. What God has created. God created the trees. But He didn't give you books. But He said you should go and figure that out. So real estate is a continual reconfiguration of the built environment to meet society needs. Now, God has given us a platform. The built environment, that's the space, the world. Now, you now transform it for human consumption. So you have to reconfigure it. You have to do what? To continually rebuild it, recreating ideas every time. It is real estate development is also the conversion of financial capital into physical capital. That is, you have the money that should be kept in the bank. Take it and bring it out into what you can see.
Reality.
What you'll be driving past and you'll be proud of. This is what my money has done for me. My money has turned me into what? Landlord. A lord. From financial capital into what? Physical capital. So I want to encourage everybody. Change your money. Turn your money from that financial what? From paper into physical capital. Developers convert ideas on paper into real property. From ideas into what?
Real properties.
And that's exactly what God has done. He came with massive ideas. He said, let there be lights. Let there be this. Let there be ocean. This ocean, let there be fishes of the, the birds of the air. He created even human to manage everything. And transform real property into urban fabric. Developers create, imagine, finance, and orchestrate the process of development from beginning to the end. It is an end-to-end thing. They create, they finance, they orchestrate and imagine from end to end. The process is what? From end to end. Because it is a process. Developers often take the great risk in the creation of real estate, and they can also receive the greatest reward. That's why you have to be very careful, because the business comes with its own risk. And as the developer involved, you take the greatest risk. And you also take the what? Greatest reward. You don't do it well, and if any house that you are developing collapse or what, you go for it. Real estate development is an iterative process. It is neither straightforward nor linear. It is an art. Let's say it's an art. At each stage of the process, developers should consider all of the remaining stages. As you are starting, you are seeing the end. So you are considering all the stages. And that was why we say it's end to end. It's not you doing the foundation and saying you have done anything. You must complete it. That's how you can get the reward. If you do it only halfway, you have the greatest risk. Because it becomes hideout for criminals around the area. And before you know it, you can write to government, the government will take over the house. And that's it. Although developers are grounded in reality, it represents an ideal version of the process. Inherently interdisciplinary and dynamic. Real estate development is what? Interdisciplinary and dynamic. That is, it comes with an embodiment of discipline. Several, I mentioned about carpenters, furnitures, electricians, masons, architects, structurals, lawyers, marketers, so many, quantity surveyors. No, it's an interdisciplinary and it is dynamic. And also, it is global in scope. It's worldwide. What we're doing here can be seen everywhere in the world. It's useful. If you travel anywhere in the world, you are going to stay in a developed environment, apartment. And the same thing that comes with they too coming into this space, the people coming in are staying in what you have developed.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So it is global in what? So what you are doing is global. You are a global representative of a brand, of an industry. Let's go. What is an iterative process? A cycle of repeated work that a team creates to quickly prototype their product and get feedback from customers. Prototyping a product, redoing it, and getting a better result. It can be done even about 50 times. You can iterate development more than 10 times, just for you to get what? The best. Let's go. Advantage of iterating development in real estate. Faster in time. Let's go. Risk mitigation. If you iterate, you reduce the risk. You bring the risk to the barest minimum. Continuous improvement. Because you are using a process. There's what? Continuous improvement. And it's lower cost. Because you are using iterative process to develop. Flexibility and adaptability. Steps in iterative flow. What are the steps that you have to take? Number one is to plan. He who fails to plan, plan to fail. You must plan. After careful planning, then you come into design. You design what you want to give out to the world. You sit with your team and what? Design. You come up with your team and design. Then the next is to implement. Go back to the implementation. I want to read this implementation. Look at the word implement. Say, at this stage, getting feedback from someone is key. You implement, this is where the rubber meets the road. And you execute all your plans. The rubber meets what? The road. Now you want to now put your words into action. Let's go. Evaluate and test. you test what has been done. You test, you ask from customers what you have done. You throw out samples, designs, questionnaires. Where I want to know what have you done, what have you achieved. You evaluate. Then the next one is to reiterate and improve. There is always room for what? Improvement. You reiterate. In the real estate development, you must always reiterate. You must reiterate, right? Iterate. It says this is the step of iterate, but not the last step of work. Here you repeat the entire cycle from top to bottom and continue until you reach the desired outcome. So, in Agri Investment Limited, we always develop, and that's why we are coming up with the lecture on development. And in our process, we always iterate to balance things. And that's why we come up with new project and new sites. Just our latest project is called Agri Real Estate Farm, so we can produce food for the nation. And this is part of what a development by the company, so that there will be prosperity in the land. Amen. In Agri Investment Limited, we don't only build cities.